Colby, math.com.
We're doing some problem solving using mean, median, mode, and range on tonight's assignment. Problem 3 is a good problem for getting a good understanding of mean from a conceptual standpoint. Problem 3 says Sophia tabulated the life expectancies of various animals and calculated a mean life expectancy of 12 7/10 years. She accidentally spilled some ink on her table right here, and it is covering up the life expectancy of deer. Use the mean value along with the other data from the table to determine the number that has been covered up by the ink. So we know the mean life expectancy of the animals is 12 7/10 years. Let's see how many animals we have. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 animals. So mean is average. So if we could find the sum of all the life expectancies by adding all these up, and we could divide by 10, that would give us the mean. Well, we know the mean is 12 7/10. So you just have to think, what number would you be dividing by 10 to get 12 7/10? Think of an easier problem. What number would you be dividing by 10 to get 3? It must be 30, right? What number would you be dividing by 10 to get a quotient of 7? It must be 70. So the number that you're dividing by 10 must be 10 times the quotient, or the mean in this case. So if 30 divided by 10 equals 3, 3 times 10 equals 30. That's just showing you the inverse, that dividing and multiplying are inverse operations. We're going to explore that a lot more when we get into algebra here in the next days. So in order to find the sum, we just need to realize it must be 10 times as much as this 12.7. So the sum of the life expectancies would be 12.7 multiplied by 10. Another thing you can do to understand this is, and you'll be practicing this in a scavenger hunt soon. We talked about the mean is like we did with the blocks. We had the different numbers of blocks in each column, and when we moved them around so they were all the same, that's what the mean is. And so if the mean life expectancy is 12.7 years, you can sort of just understand by just pretending there's a 12.7 for each animal. Instead of like 15 for bison, just think about it as 12.7. Because the ones that have life expectancies higher than 12.7, you could move some of their years to the ones that have lower life expectancies, like the goat that only has 8. But the mean just means if they were all leveled out, or they were all the same, they would all be 12.7. So how many 12.7s is that? We have 10 animals, so 10 12.7s. If you add 12.7 plus 12.7 plus 12.7 10 times, that's the same as 10 times 12.7. And it's easy to multiply by 10 because any power of 10, you can just move the decimal. All of these digits shift up to one higher place value, which is the same as moving the decimal 1 to the right. So the sum of the life expectancies of the animal is 127. We move that decimal 1 place to the right. Now if you take the life expectancies that you're given in the table and do something with them, you can sort of use the life expectancies you know, and we know that the sum of all 10 life expectancies, you can use that to figure out the life expectancy for deer. See if you can figure out how to do that during the pause, and then come back and see how you did.
Paused.
I'm going to write an expression for the sum. The sum will just be adding all these life expectancies together. So I have 15 plus 15 plus, I don't know deer, so let's just use D for deer, plus 12 plus 15 plus 8 plus 20 plus 12 plus 10 plus 12. And we know that sum should equal 127. Let me just count these to make sure I really have 10 add-ins here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's always a good habit to, with such a long list, to count them to check that you're accurate. Then let's just try to combine some of these by using the associative property. It's easy to add 15 and 15, that's 30, plus D, plus, I'm going to add the 12 and the 8, that's 20, plus the 20 and the 10 is 30, plus 15 more is 45, plus these two 12s add up to a sum of 24. The 30 and the 20, that's 50, plus D plus 45 and 24 is 60, plus 5 and 4 is 9, 69. And 50 plus 69 is 119. So the deer's life expectancy plus 119 equals 127. So you could either subtract 119 from 127 or just think, what would you be adding to 119? I mean, you would need to add 1 just to get to 120 and then 7 more to get to 127. So D must be 8. The life expectancy of the deer must be 8 years. If we wanted to be really thorough, we could put the 8 here and then add these all together, divide by 10, but it seems reasonable. It seems like there's quite a few of these animals have life expectancies above the average. And so it's not surprising that the deer has life expectancy kind of like the goat that's below the average. So I hope that helped with that assignment, and I'll see you tomorrow.